Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I'm at the Medical Innovation Forum in Irvine, California, and my guest is Elizabeth Wong. Elizabeth, welcome to the show.
Adam, thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
All right, Liz, so this event hosted by Octane, I've had so much fun. This is my second ever Octane conference, and we've been covering it, and I've had the best interviews. I just have to ask, how's the conference going for you so far?
I love it. It's been a really fantastic conference for me. I've met so many wonderful people, including yourself. This is the first time that I'm attending the Medical Innovation Conference. Yes. I met the Launchpad Octane group, and they've been so fantastic. They recommended that I attend the conference because I would have so much exposure to investors, other entrepreneurs. I would be able to see how they work and interacted, ask questions. So they were correct. It was a good experience so far, and I've really enjoyed myself.
Now, I've been to a lot of conferences, and I so far as I've been to these conferences, I've talked to people that have been here since like the 15, 20 years they've been, since Octane's been around, I think 20 years or so. I've talked to people that they've been there 4 or 5 years. Myself, 2 conferences, and now you're on your first one. So I'm interested, now that you're kind of on the other side of that, why would you tell other founders, like now that you're starting to experience it, why do you think other founders, why do you think they would attend? What would you tell them?
So what I would tell them is that it gives people a very good idea of what is expected of you when you reach those upper levels, when you make it to the stage and you actually give a formal presentation of your company to prospective investors and audience members. And they've been so inspirational. I just can't believe how smart these people are. The companies that they have created from nothing, it's just really amazing, and I'm really impressed by all of them.
What has been one of your favorite parts of the events? Whether it could have been one of the event, the pitch competition, could have been anything. What's been one of your favorite parts so far?
For me, the pitch competitions have been
They're amazing, aren't they?
They are amazing. I really enjoyed that, and that's because eventually I aspire to be able to present my company to investors as well as they have. I was speaking with some of the entrepreneurs afterwards, obviously, and I was asking them how many times they had to practice their presentations, how long it took them to put it together, how did they get to the point where they were able to give the presentation on stage. And the backstories are actually very inspirational.
Interesting. And so talk a little bit about your company.
So I'm a registered nurse and a certified registered nurse anesthetist, and I draw up and administer IV drugs all day long for patients undergoing anesthesia. And I focused in on the intravenous ports. The Luer lock intravenous ports and syringes are exposed and easily contaminated. And the bacteria that is inadvertently injected into the patient along with the drug can result in a healthcare associated infection. And so I didn't see a solution to that problem, and I thought I would create the solution myself. And so I began the journey of inventing the double lock IV port and syringe system. And we recently completed our proof of concept, which was 100% negative for bacteria transmission.
How do you feel? That's amazing.
Oh, let me tell you, the best part about speaking with some of the people is to be able to say that we completed our proof of concept.
Wow.
I know.
That's gotta feel amazing.
Yeah, it is for me, definitely, because it's been a long journey, and it was very difficult because I don't do, be a founder and CEO for a living, per se. It was all
So
to
this
create
is like
this
going to
product.
be like an entrepreneur launching a product this ambitious, right? To
Correct.
solve an actual issue that's having an effect on patients.
Correct.
When did you go from that, like, and the reason I ask this question is a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business owners that watch this, and some will be able to relate and some are earlier in their journey and maybe they just have the idea but they haven't made the leap yet.
Right.
When did it go from like just an idea to something where you're like, okay, I'm going to spend some time, effort, money, like resources to make this happen? Like, what was that transition for you?
So the transition took place when we received our patent.
Wow.
So that it was a 7-year process from researching the idea to filing a patent, and we wanted to obtain a patent first to make sure that the idea was novel. Nobody else had had invented it before us. And when we obtained the patent, that's when it went from being just an idea to, okay, now we have this piece of paper that legitimizes our idea. And so now we can go forward and actually develop it. And so that's when we made that transition.
Amazing. So talk a little bit about the plans for the company going next.
So we completed phase 1 of our project with the proof of concept. We have the 1 patent, and then we filed 2 additional patents when we completed the proof of concept. And so now we're preparing to enter phase 2, which would be the continued research and development. And that's where we need investor money because developing a medical device is an expensive process. And you also need, in addition to the funding, the people resources. You need to make the networking connections with people who have skills and expertise in areas of a business that you don't have. And so that's another reason to come out to these medical innovation conferences, because you can meet so many people that have different skill sets, or they may know people who can help you move your project forward.
Amazing. Liz, last question.
Yes.
If somebody's watching or listening to this and if they want to follow up and connect with you, your team, or learn more about your company, how do they do that?
So we have put together a website, www.doublelockhealthcare.com, and they can go to the website. In the Contact Us section, they can just shoot me an email and I will respond immediately.
Amazing. And for everybody watching at home, just to let you know, we'll definitely put the links in the show notes to the website and all that good stuff, so you can just click on it and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't hit that subscribe or follow button yet, make sure you hit it. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Liz, thank you again so much for coming on the show.
Adam, it was my pleasure, my honor. Thank you so much.